What do I know? Say it ain't something.
Welcome to the Liquid Late Nights podcast. It's almost Halloween. I'm ready for it, I guess. I don't know. I may skip it. I don't know.
I know where I'll be.
Yeah, I'll be home, but
Yeah, with my lights out. Huh?
lights. They want to hand stuff out here, so what you can do?
That's fine.
Anyway, so we missed the breaking news that all hell broke loose last week. At the end of the week, what's wrong with your people?
Well,
All of
okay.
your people.
Wait, what are you talking about? This scandal, gambling,
this coast to coast raid, illegal, rigged poker games and throwing games and getting NBA coaches right after they play and right after they coach players and more names to follow.
Well, okay. I've done in the last 3 or 4 days. I've listened to a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of reading, and my first deal was, what's with the big press conference? I'll start there. What's the guy name with the high voice? Cash Patel.
Cash Patel.
His man Jews haven't dropped yet because his voice ain't thick enough yet. So he said, "Hey, good gracious!" I'm like, "What is all of this?"
Very excited when there's a chance to do a press conference.
Dude, they were talking like they was talking. They had Al Capone. It sounded like they had just took down. What's the guy that back in the Teflon Don?
Oh my goodness, what is that guy's name? Gambino?
No.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm sorry. I should have said that.
Why did you do that? Yeah, it was very, very John Gotti. Gosh. Gotti. John
You
Gotti.
thought they had Gotti, dude. I'm like, and so the whole thing they still only released 3 names.
Yeah, out of the 30 or so.
3 NBA
30
guys.
arrests, right? Yeah.
31.
Yeah.
4 of the 5 families, but no names, just NBA. So I was listening to like a couple of guys on First Take saying, well, because you can splash a couple of black guys' face over the television screen and you get everybody looking. Not that I'm trying to stand up for them. Anybody that was involved in it. I'm not trying to say that. I'm going to say make more sensationalist. Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. He's coaching. He coached the night before. They got him, and
and one of the guys had just played the Magic the night before, and they got him the next day before he left.
In Orlando, but that's Terry Rozier. Now Terry Rozier is playing for Atlanta for the Heat right now.
Yeah.
But what they got him for is in 23, he's with the Charlotte Hornets, and they're saying that he told some of his boys, somebody allegedly, and that they bet the under on him. He only played 9 minutes and say he was hurt and came out of the game.
Yeah.
And some people made a bunch of money. They tracked that. I understand they flagged that in 03, which is absolutely nuts. But I'm saying, like, people who these hangers on and stuff, like, and get information, or maybe somebody trying to help this boy make a couple of dollars, but it's still nuts. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Same thing with the Damian Jones guy. He played, he coached, and he's all over the place. But dropping knowledge. But a good friend of mine he's a lawyer, he's a retired lawyer, we were talking about it. He said, well, I don't know much about the gambling stuff. He said, it's the, what do you call it, drop? Something they call when you bet on whether the guy going to get X amount of points, or whether running back going to get X amount of yards, whether the receiver going to get X amount of catches. And if people bet on that stuff, I hear it when I do.
Yeah,
when
that's what we call it. They call it prop bets.
Yeah, prop bets.
Yeah.
That's
because now with the rise of you can do, you can put together, like, if this guy in this game hits 15 yards, but this guy stumbles, you can do a bet on anything. And it's all.
So when I'm out there doing my thing, I hear guys talking about that all the time. People going crazy. I bet on so and so, and he got a good game. Now he's mad. You better gonna have a bad game. What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
Now you got Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damian Jones, all these guys. There's other guys who had been in it before, like Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley right now is out of work because he got some other stuff. So it's easy. Now I was talking to someone else today, said, well, listen, you gotta not think it's not just the NBA. Of course not. Of course not. But it's just
I thought there was an NHL guy on the list somehow. It's The problem is it's a couple problems in my opinion. For the leagues, it looks real bad because you can't be justifying all this money you make on this if there's rigging going on. You just can't. They're like that that's you can't. That's messed up everybody's money if nobody wants to go because this is all fake. It's all whatever.
Well, I don't think you're gonna get to that level.
But just the impression, because you don't want anybody
The
saying
impression
because
that people, some people always think certain things about that. Also,
when they had the referees, the NBA referees that were doing stuff.
But Donahue,
yeah, during games, that was the kind of same situation where
he wasn't throwing the game, but he was doing hedging a little bit. But I saw him. Somebody interviewed him the other day about this whole deal too. Mm-hmm. He said everything is coming. So it's getting back. Now the other one is about the card games and stuff that these guys are into. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Now I can believe it's like, and here's the problem I get. I've heard like at least 4 or 5 different people when they start to talk. Like the guy Brian Windhorst said, "Well, somebody's probably gonna make a movie about this real quick." I'm sure they will because it's like some of the movies. It's like what is it, Goodfellas, or you know what I mean?
I was thinking, did you see Molly's Game?
No,
that's what what's the girl from Zero Dark 30, the redhead.
I heard about it. I maybe I should watch it.
But it was about high stakes, private gambling.
Maybe it's like Rounders.
They started coming after her because they want to get names of these guys who were doing the games. But it's the same idea. But this thing is like, come to the big game. We're doing all this, X, Y, and Z is going to be there. And it's just a whole setup to take your money. And lots of money.
The idea is how you get these guys in it, because unless I was listening to a guy the other day said, well, maybe they got on the hook for something else and they had to make a rank. But the kind of money that Chauncey makes, the kind of money that Rozier makes, and they said that the gambling scheme on to make like $7 million over like 5 or 6 years. I said, well, compared to the money these guys make, that makes no sense. So there's something else there. You know what I mean? Then I heard like there was another game in Vegas someplace that Ty Lue was at, but he was in a different room from where Chauncey was gambling at, and so was Garnett. But Garnett came, he thought it was an after party. It wasn't, so he left. But this is like 6 years going back. But I still think you got a handful of NBA guys. Every football team got 40 guys on you. There's no football guys, and you got to be kidding me. No, you're not.
Yeah, we're in for that.
Come on, Cash. Richard Jefferson said, I think it's in the way they announced it, he was going to embarrass the NBA a little bit. But I'm not standing up for these guys, but that's true.
Yeah, I think part of that now, because this has been going on, the investigation's been going on for a while. So this is not just they decided like this year to look into this. They've been going back for a couple of years. So maybe
since 2018, I guess.
Yeah. So maybe somebody decided this was a great piece of publicity to come out and do it now. Cash patel. But it's definitely it does seem like it's a kind of a trying to jump on these conspiracy theory head makes it say, well, we're going to get you guys for NBA is gambling, and then NFL doesn't understand the give me an American halftime, and then come up with something for the WNBA and try to kind of put some pressure on these leagues to maybe code a line. That's conspiracy. I don't know if that's real or not.
Well, baseball, hell, they was fixing baseball games in the 1929 World Series back in the day, because all the mob guys talk about that. So, but what I'm saying, this could be just purely with this when it gets going like this. But again,
4 of the 5 families, which is, just because somebody had to let you do it, like you're getting a cut, they make it. That's you just can't drop that kind of nugget and leave it alone. You mean 4 to 5 families are involved with this? How big is this deal?
That's kind of scary. Yeah.
He all agreed to this? What happened? And who was the fifth?
I guess big time games in Vegas, LA, other places like that. But gambling is an addiction. And people play. It's an adrenaline rush, so people do it.
But it's so much legal. The rise of legal sports gambling. These like Florida. Here in Florida, we can do it through Hard Rock on the app now because we live down here. That's big one. ESPN has a whole betting app system that you can do. They had to take their and they advertise on everything. They had to take it off after the story dropped in the middle of the story because that's a bad look, because so much money's in it. On the legal side, you can't have all of a sudden, remind people you still gambling. So that's what I'm talking about. There's so much money in the legal side. They cannot. That's the other thing. You can't let this mess up that flow for too many companies, the ESPNs, the Caesars, the Hard Rocks, you know.
Well, again, I had just it was a lot of show,
Oh yeah, it was definitely a show because that's what your man likes to do.
a lot of tough talk. I'm like, what is wrong with it? A lot of cliches. You know what I mean? What did the guy say? What did they call one nickname was Slam Dunk? One was I said, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Just release the Epstein files. Anyway,
Exactly.
let's get the press conference for that. Anyway.
But again, I've listened to a lot. It's deep, yes, but then of course I know Chauncey entered a not guilty plea, and I don't know how this stuff can go along, but they just drop it on the opening day of the NBA and just yeah, I mean
Yeah, all eyes on them.
yeah, go figure.
The boys look good. We didn't talk about this.
What was that?
The TNT boys look good on ESPN.
Yeah, I was mad with Charles them though. Charles, like, he ain't gambled. He gambled a lot. He don't know what he was gambling for the Marvel night too. So and then Shaq was, I'm ashamed. Really? You're naive, not Shaq?
Shaq the smartest. Shaq. Shaq super smart.
I understand that.
Y'all miss. Y'all like to play around with Shaq.
Shaq
Shaq
got
been.
money to be multiplying and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
He gambles for the fun. You got too many businesses making money. He doesn't gamble to lose like your boy Jordan does. Like, stick to what you got. Anyway, yeah, that's a hot mess. We're gonna see how this goes, but
we'll come back to that
we'll come
on
back to
another
that.
episode.
But let's keep on the sports tip anyway, and we'll just for the only untainted lean right now, the Major League Baseball,
Which is shocking. Anyway,
they're giving you they got their stuff out earlier. So like, now just want you to just focus on this World Series, this all-time classic World Series. How you 18 innings on game 2 was 18 innings?
I'm 3. I'm tired of just thinking about it. Huh?
I went to I had it and Monday Night Football on, and Monday Night Football got done about 11ish, and looking at it, and I can split screen. I'm looking at it, I'm like, inning, 5th inning. Oh no! It was late.
Yeah,
I
that's what
had
I
to
did.
go. I was like,
I was watching the Laker game. It's just, and we were losing. So hey,
I'm like, no. Yeah, they give me the classics here, and Toronto's putting up a fight.
well, last night was
So
like yeah, because they're playing again tonight. But it's tough. The pitching going to kind of kill everybody. Everybody's a little tired.
yeah,
But Tony pitched a good 7 innings last, almost 6.5 innings. But he struck out a lot. But he's the guy's Superman. But you need some rest.
you need some rest in between because I was reading about that. And it's like they went through the whole bullpen. They were going to put somebody out there. They was like, we got to put somebody out there to pitch if we got to keep going. Somebody's got to get ready to go. So it was like we don't got anybody left. Who's left? Started going to the stands. Hey, can you pitch?
Can you pitch? Come on, Julio, can you pitch? So it's like, but it's good. It's exciting. It's good for the Major League Baseball. I'm excited about it. So they'll play tonight, and then the Dodgers will win tonight. They'll go back to Montreal, right? It's Montreal, right? Toronto. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Toronto.
There is a side note. There is a Netflix thing on the Expos that I want to catch. Talk about who killed the Montreal Expos. So I want to check that out at some point here.
Did the Blue Jays used to be in the States?
They might have. They might have did a move to Canada. I gotta look that one up.
Anyway, World Series is exciting this year. Football, you deal with it as you're going. NBA's, everybody's doing good. Everybody's scared. Wemby is doing his thing. It's insane. Luka was doing his thing for 2 games. He's down.
Yeah. Oh, the deal. I know in the Lakers, the deal's closed, right? The guy's is officially closed out that deal. So the guy who
the $10 billion that deal's done.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple of days this week, they finalized the stuff. Says that's a done deal.
Okay. Makes the Lakers the most valuable franchise in sports on the planet.
Yeah.
All right. I see you.
We got to be. Anyway, so Austin Reeves have been having his last 2 games. He's been insane. He had 51 points so that we beat the Sacramento Kings. We lost last night to Portland, I think. He had 43 last night. So it's early in the season. So talking NBA is too soon. But everybody's like, yeah, but Wemby is off the chain. So NFL, what are we mid-season?
Yeah, week 9. We're in week 9 now.
The Chiefs have got their stuff
Act
back
together.
lined up, huh?
They, they're they're acting right so Tay can show back up to a game.
Yeah, they're lined up again, so they're ready to go. So the Rams are, So we'll talk about that next time. Let's see what happens. Anything exciting? I didn't get a lot this week. I watched some of the games, but I wasn't excited. The Bucks are like, we got tore up, so we're
Yeah,
not home this week. So we still on a roll. So
to hurt. A lot of people got hurt. And I was in a lot of a lot of teams were off, so I was getting beat up in fantasy because all my players were all on the bench.
this is not homecoming weekend for NCAA football or no? Where we are this weekend?
Depends on the school. Florida was 2 weeks ago, right? And they fired the coach afterwards. So depending on who you're looking at, because homecoming it floats around depending on the school. So
Well, there's a lot of fired coaches right now. So
yeah,
what do you do about that?
unless we fire their coach, probably got about damn time.
Is it LSU looking for a coach? Florida,
Penn State.
Penn State.
That's a big three. There's a couple other people having. They're all looking at Lane Kiffin, which I swear I don't
But
understand.
Clinton, he probably won't leave Ole Miss.
We're gonna see. I think the rumors is he wants to be safe Spurrier so bad that and he respects as a coach and whatever that he might do if they make the right number. Now, it makes me
For
the right number to
Florida,
keep him for Florida. I don't know. I don't I don't want him to come, but I don't think it's going to be up to me. So we'll see how this weekend goes because we got to play with Florida, Georgia this weekend. I got interim coaches. It's going to be great. Everything's great.
yeah, well, I do love America.
American. I don't like the Georgia. We'll do some quick hits on this. So Melissa came through, hit Jamaica 185.
It's ugly.
It's ugly, but not a lot of the death numbers I saw. Not a lot of deaths, at least in Jamaica. I think they were saying 4. They said like 22.
Well, the total right now is 30.
Yeah, it's fair
But
across a couple
it would be a
between
lot
there
if it was
and
you.
in Cuba. Yeah, yeah, but you know,
Santa Cruz is going to hit it's Cuba now. So to make the right turn and what?
at the
How close
Bahamas.
is Puerto Rico there? Puerto Rico, you already passed Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because angles coming through. It's angles coming through. It kind of went, you know, up through Jamaica, skirted Cuba, Guantanamo side, coming around and across Bahamas, and then 250,000. I think about power in the city or in the island, Jamaica. A lot of the cameras are up. I saw something they were, they have
Yeah, I
some
saw
live
some
cams so you
hotel.
can
I
see
saw
the
some
feed.
series like that. It looked like a nice hotel and stuff, but it's all underwater and people,
Yeah,
that's insane. And now you can do. Some countries you can't jump off the planet.
yeah.
You live on an island. There's not a lot of places you can go.
Yeah, you evacuate, you write it out. So
Matter of fact, I was talking to a guy, a couple the other day. They were getting on a cruise ship, getting ready to head back out. Like, dude, Melissa's, what I mean?
mhm.
We're going to Cozumel. So, well, you got to make a hard right pretty fast. You know what I mean?
Hard right.
Once you leave once you leave Tampa Bay, you better make a hard right.
Yeah, full speed. You know how sometimes you don't know. Sometimes on a cruise ship because sometimes you're just killing time because you're not really going that far. So you'll be leisurely. They'll take the boat on. It's
Yeah.
it's leisurely. Storms coming through. All of a sudden they real fast. They're like, it's like these are these are real boats. We got you. So yeah, we keep a lookout for that. Let's see.
Which means we got a few more days before in our Florida, it's like a hurricane less season, or should I speak with some wood? So just in case.
A couple more days. Couple more days. Will Wheeler be here? Couple more days.
We had enough last week. You had enough last year to make it for a season or two.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good. Last thing, just want to touch on this one because we all ended up watching it. House of Dynamite dropped on Netflix.
Is that a movie?
It was a movie. Wow.
Kidding, I saw it.
A movie. Some big stars. Idris is doing the best American accent he could do. We're gonna let it go like that. But and your girl was in it for a minute. Is that a spoiler?
No, but I like what. Okay, so I like the way they shot this. Okay, because in essence, it's 3 different scenes, but it's 3 different areas of command. Of command, in essence, where you are.
Yeah,
and when it boils down to, if this goes down, what the old saying people say, stick your head between your legs and kiss your goodbye.
Yeah,
face with the amount of, but it was intense. It was very good acting itself because they had a lot of people in there. There was a
Yeah.
lot of good big name actors and stuff in it, each scene and stuff. Like this is good, and people who lost them, they just couldn't contain themselves.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The guy that walked up the side of the building.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. And I like the intersecting time. So you didn't quite understand what's happening until you see the other scenes, and then you're like, "Oh, that happened." So then you're like, but that's legit. But that stuff we've seen
that's how it
this
goes
horror
down.
movie, Fail Safe, which not a lot of people have seen because I swear they've hid that movie. Doctor Strangelove, more people have seen because that was the comedy version of it. But
Yeah.
it's the same idea, like I said before, mutually assured destruction. We're still set up to do this if we need to. You're not be on the hair trigger, but we still got subs locked and loaded, ready to take people out. We still got B2s ready to launch. We if we had to do something like this, we could do it. And this is kind of situation. It's the plot is one missile gets launched from somebody, and we don't know for sure, but it's only one. It's not like a Russian super strike where it's like all the warheads come. It's one, and then you got to decide
If all the
when we hit.
warheads come, we're all screwed.
Right. But
Except for
this is the point of this
except for a
movie.
continent that doesn't have the so-called industrialized world, so-called civilized world, we'd be done. So a continent like maybe Africa, maybe because they don't have a lot of nukes. I know South Africa has 2 nukes, but it's like
And then they
not
get
that
those
many.
back. But yeah, but
Yeah,
even then, the fallout and
the
part
fallout, we're screwed.
part
So
of the Middle East is going to get hit for no good reason because Israel will launch the missiles they don't have. Listen, if it goes down, it's going down.
we're done. We set back for 2 or 3 thousand years. Some people survive, and you gotta we start over again. You're looking at a car and say, "Man, what is that? I don't know. It's an artifact of what kind of artifact?" It is. I saw this movie. I said, "Yeah,
I
yeah."
love how like the Pentagon put out a release that's saying, "Oh, the facts on this interceptor technology is bad. It's way better now than what they're saying." I'm like, it's still, maybe the percentage is wrong, but you still need a real
It's
lucky
like a bullet trying to hit a bullet.
bullet. Yeah,
What the guy said.
yeah.
So I just thought it was it make you think.
Hmm. Yeah, and
So
it didn't give you a good, like, it gave you an ending, but it didn't give you like an ending where
no,
you
no, no.
it's just you were just
What the
supposed to think
ending
about
the
happening.
ending was this: we're
Mhm.
all screwed. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah,
No matter how you shake it, how you balance it, no. The planet, of course, not the planet itself. And it's not the planet's not worried about us. We're our own worst enemies on this planet. The Earth itself was regurgitated and come back around again because it's quiet as it's kept. There's been civilizations here before, but nobody ever wanted to talk about it. Matter of fact, I watched a piece about that the other night, and the guy was saying they don't want to talk about it because what it does is it upset the norm of society because what they tell us is one thing. If this is just some people can't handle it. Let's put it that way.
hmm.
Yeah. So we told the world was created in 6 days. Yada yada yada. You know what I mean? But no, we'll be here. Some hunters and gatherers will survive. Huh?
Oh boy.
But that movie was like, wow. I was like, whoa. I mean, I should watch it again, maybe, because it got me, and I'm sure I missed some good stuff. Because the first, it was three. It's in 3 parts. The guys who were sitting in the silos, the guys who first responders, if we can call them that, they like, we're screwed, and nobody can think where'd it come from. The next part was what the administration guys,
Yeah.
the super smart, all the heavies went in the bunkers and stuff. And the third part was, of course, the head of state trying to get back. He was talking to all these people. He beaming information. It was really good. Well,
Yeah,
what do I know?
literally with his finger on the trigger.
The guy was carrying a nuclear football.
Yep.
The nuclear football?
Give you some options. Nope. No thanks. So check it out. Netflix, House of Dynamite. Something to take a
Dude,
look.
it was. So whose uncle is this, man?
All right, last thing, only because I saw it and it's just funny. So we're jumping on. New York City's having their mayoral race. People losing their mind because this man's going to probably win Mindani. But he had told a story like relates 9/11 about some relatives, and he called this person an uncle. And then he got jumped on because it's actually like his like father's like cousin or something. but he's an older person, so he called him an uncle, and people just jumping all over him. And I just wanted to think about it. In lots of cultures, somebody gets on an uncle, and they're not really an aunt and uncle. That it's a sign of respect.
It's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Someone call you uncle or auntie. Auntie's like that's where it goes. Uncle, yeah.
We do unc here a lot in the Black community, but also I've heard aunties a lot in the Indian, India community.
Yeah.
The aunties. So it's not
It's a
necessarily
title.
family,
It's a sign
but
of
it's
respect.
older
So I
women.
don't know I don't know whose culture it was. Don't respect the uncle, because we do have that kind of stuff going on too. But it's just it's just I meet people. I don't know what they'll say. Look at this unc. I got this unc. Okay, fine. But that's a sign of respect. They see your elder, and that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're not out there trying to act like you 25 and looking like you 70 or 80.
You grown man.
On the ridiculous side, but hey, what do you want from me? I don't know. What's coming up this week? You Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween.
I'll be home.
There you go.
Huh?
There you go. I think that's smart. I might be home. Let's see. I gotta make
You
some
going trick or treating, or you just kind of?
I might be out and about. I don't know. I probably won't be. I'm saying it like I don't want to get dressed up. I don't want to go any place. I know some places where depends on my mood.
Last time I went to some kind of a Halloween themed deal was at SIP. I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago. So, and I was just dressed as me. So anyway,
there you go. There you go. So I don't want to dress up. All right. That's it. Thank you.